Hello, fabulous superstar Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of February 2025. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. Boys, at a very special time, and it truly is so special now. Powerful energies are with us. This month is jam-packed. There is a lot going on and very important things with you. When I say big moves happening in the sky, so much of those big moves are happening in your sign, which does suggest a time that is active and where you are one of the signs most likely to feel like something changed, something shifted in a meaningful way. But it really is a beginning of sorts. We do have your birthday month beginning. Happy birthday to the Pisces out there. But what we also have is Venus retrograde season. It was the 28th of January that Venus stepped into shadow. And part of this retrograde season is going to take place with Venus in your sign. And it is going to be on the 4th of the month. Venus leaves your sign, but will return in April and station here. Will stand still in your sign as well. And that means it isn't just about love, but it's about you. You understanding yourself and what it is that moving through life with ease looks like for you. Whenever we have a Venus retrograde season, it speaks to the larger question, do I love it? Person, place, thing, or situation. Is there love here or not? You are guided towards experiences, and especially once Venus goes direct, you have an answer that's meaningful to you. And a lot of this is going to be directed at you. Do you have love for you? You just might surprise yourself by realizing that you really do, and that you really do have a lot. And where you thought you did, maybe that's not the way, but in ways that actually matter, you've been demonstrating it, you've been showing it to yourself and to others as well in your own unique ways. And so this is set to be a powerful time with so much activity taking place, but really in many ways it's a beginning, because the next few months are going to be super important for you. So let's take it one at a time. I talked about the Venus retrograde, the larger lessons there. On the 4th of the month, we will have Jupiter going direct. Your ancient ruling planet moves forward, and this helps you to feel like you're moving forward that much more. It is Jupiter going forward at the foundation of your chart, having to do with your past, your living situation, your family of origin. Your parents in particular are covered here. And so with this forward momentum of Jupiter, a home-related situation may feel like it ends up having a lovely outcome in one way or another. This retrograde has been taking place since early October 2024. And so where it is that you might have felt stagnant in some way, now you find answers. Now it feels as if you're able to release that stagnation and move towards the change of home, if that's what you want, changing up the look, renovating, or maybe it is that you're hoping for good news and positive developments related to a parent in your life where that applies. All of this does suggest that there's that much more of an ability for blessings to be unleashed going forward from here, especially in all home-related matters. On the 7th of the month, we have a rare phenomenon. It is the North Node and Neptune that are meeting in the sky. And these two planets are meeting in your sign. This is going to be once in a lifetime for you, this meeting. I mean, this meeting takes place as a general principle every 17 years or so. So we really get a handful of these over the course of a lifetime, and usually in different parts of the chart and of the sky. But to have this meeting in your sign is an awakening. It is an evolution. And it is about a doorway opening from which blessings can flow forward. Some Pisces might feel like this is a time that is downright miraculous, dream come true energy, a rush of healing energy. It's a high that you will really enjoy. But for others, it might be more subtle than that. Regardless, this is very much about moving forward, aligning with karmic blessings, meaning that their time has come. and ultimately moves you towards more and better. It is on the 12th of the month that we have this month's full moon. This full moon takes place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with your daily life. So clients, customers, coworkers, immediate supervisors, people you interact with every day, employees of your own are covered here. This is about the type of work you're doing, how you feel about the environment you're in, how you feel about that work. It's also about how well you take care of you in terms of your health-related habits. So this full moon is rather interesting. It is setting up a larger configuration of tension with Uranus. So there is this surprise-a-minute energy here that might even feel frustrating, if not grating. I'm so sorry to say, but it does happen. It is Uranus moving through a communicative part of your sky, whether it comes through mail, email, text message, spontaneous interaction with another. There is some communication there, particularly with one of these people I just mentioned, that feels unexpected, maybe even erratic, maybe even frustrating in some way as well. So it's up to you to decide how to navigate this, but also know it's possibly one of these people reacting to how they are perceiving your communication. So it becomes that much more important to pace yourself at this time as you figure out what you want to share, how you want to share, and how to get the outcomes that you desire as well. But for all that, taking the best of care of you, that is going to be an important part of this energy. And a lot of this is like cold turkey energy, like realizing that something isn't working and in an instant going another way. I am very encouraged by the fact that Chiron is speaking in supreme harmony with this full moon, which tells me that there is profound healing on offer. Yes, there is a surprise that may feel like a jolt, but ultimately aligns you with greater healing. In some cases, you know that you need it. In others, you didn't even know you needed it, but here it is. And it is that alignment with healing that affirms healthy self-love, healthy self-esteem. If it's related to your work, this can bring with it greater prosperity as well as you navigate this time of change, in particular in your workplace. Very possible now. Now, forward from there, the 23rd of the month, Mars goes direct. Once Mars goes direct, all major planets will be technically direct until the beginning of next month. That's when Venus goes retro. And so we have this powerful time when it feels like we're moving forward, but it also feels like we need to be measured with it. Mars moving forward is huge for you. This is happening in fellow water sign Cancer, a part of the sky that has to do with what you want in your heart of hearts in every area of life. It can speak to happiness, joy, gambling, windfalls. It can speak to the children in your life and creative fulfillment. This energy is tricky. It is Mars after all. So with Mars, gambling, not necessarily the thing. However, this connection that Mars is making with Saturn at this time, it's holding tight, this connection. Well, it does tell me that you're making responsible choices, but whatever's taking place and improving now, it has the ability to bring with it steady gains and solid results for a long time to come. And so this could be feeling empowered to make healthy choices for a child in your life. This could be you feeling stronger as you align with your goals where it comes to a creative endeavor or creative project. Now, it might also be a time when you get serious about fun in some way. You realize the value of it, and maybe even for some, exploring how it is you can take something you love to do and turn it into some financial money-making prospect. These are some possible scenarios that can find you. That Saturn trine says gains you make will be well earned. So again, this isn't a gambling energy of wild gains, unexpected whirlwind, but it could be opportunity to do something genuinely joyous for you that you've already proven you know how to do, that can bring with it some boost, some gain, and maybe even some windfall at this time. The 27th of the month is huge for you. This is when we get a new moon in your sign. Normally you get one new moon per sign per year, and this is your moment. So this is significant and strong. It is this new moon that is set to affirm a sense of new beginnings for you. Jupiter is square this new moon. That brings with it overconfidence, overshooting the mark. And that can be great in a way, right? It's good to believe in yourself. But just know, and I'm going to say this is a metaphor, of course, but it can also be quite literal. People often overestimate what can be done in 1 year, but underestimate what can be done in 10 years. That might be something you want to keep in mind under the light of this new moon and all the things that you feel you want to initiate. Of course you can do it, but you also want to pace yourself to the best of your ability. It is also this new moon that is going to be speaking in supreme harmony with Mars. So there certainly is motivation, there's energy, there's excitement for the new chapters that feel like they're inspiring you forward. So hold on to them, nurture them, and enjoy them for what they are, which is seed moments launching you in new directions. Where it comes to matters of love, I'm going back to Venus because Venus retrograde season, with part of that time having Venus in your sign, this is significant. This is the guiding question of, is there love here? That much more important for you. Whether it is that you're open to meeting someone new, whether it is that you have somebody there, Mars going direct is also a big deal because that speaks to passion. It speaks to wanting love and flirtation and romance. So you can see here in so many different ways, you are in alignment with love-related lessons that are only going to magnify in the months ahead as we navigate this Venus retrograde season, which overall is going to take us right to the middle of May. That's how long the season is set to last. For those of you open to meeting someone new, Mars going forward is huge. A flirtation could feel like it leads to something more solid, and yet you're not going to see it very clearly right now. And that is because Venus is in shadow, and Venus will go retrograde next month. So pace yourself and be yourself. You know, I like to say that, but I think that your own desire for passion is going to be so strong that you'll likely be more courageous. You'll likely be more flirty and more open to connecting with other people in a meaningful way. For those of you just starting to date somebody, well, look, I love the more passionate vibes at play here. The desire for something that feels significant could be very strong for you as well. Again, you want to pace yourself. There are things about this person you just might not be seeing clearly just yet, but in a way, it's okay. It's like a journey, and a part of you is very much in it and along for the ride in a key way. More has yet to be revealed, and you will come to see this person differently. And what you think it is now, what it ends up being might be very different. And sometimes that means even better. Sometimes it doesn't. But you will see more has yet to be revealed. Pace yourself at this time and do what's right for you to do right now. With Venus retrograde, spending part of that time in your sign, it does mean that breakups that happen tend to not stay broken up, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do what's right for you to do in this moment in light of your unique circumstances. And for those of you just starting to date someone, a lot of these ideas apply as well in terms of not really seeing this person clearly, having your own desires maybe projected onto them. Now, there's always an element of projection, especially in the beginning of relationships. It allows us to sort of move forward with them to begin with. And yet, it's important to consider where it is that your own desire for love might feel especially magnified. Your own desire for passion, especially once we get to Mars direct, might feel especially magnified at this time. It's always up to you to decide what's right for you to do in light of your unique circumstances, but pace yourself, be yourself. You know, I like to say that because a lot more has yet to be revealed. That doesn't mean, though, if it doesn't feel right, that you should continue with anything that doesn't feel right for you, of course. Just that whatever's happening right now with this person, it just might look really different, especially once we navigate into April. And for those of you in an established bond, powerful energies at play, it's very much about the heart and what the heart is wanting and whether or not you feel that that is here. Part of this Venus retrograde season is being spent in a part of the sky that has to do with money you earn, money you spend, but it's also about generosity, how much you feel you give. Do you feel that that's reciprocated? That balance of give and take is going to come into focus in some way. And it's not just about finances. It's also about energy or time that you might give or take. Do you feel like your partner is fair with you in that regard? Do you feel like you give more than you receive? These are going to be matters that come into focus in some way for you as part of figuring out the dynamic playing out here. Where relationships are good, this is going to be a time where your partner and your experiences with them affirm healthy self-love in all kinds of ways for you. Where it is that relationships maybe aren't as good, where you've had doubts as to whether or not you're with the right person for you, this is where those questions feel especially strong. They start to rise that much more. It may not be the time for answers, but it's about gathering experience. That's going to help you to understand the next best choices for you. What I love about this week for you, there's so much here. It is a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. I'm going to say, actually, the new moon in your sign. There's lots of new energies here, powerful energies, but really in many ways it's just a beginning. Now, a new moon holds in it the reminder of new beginnings that are going to be very much on the surface for you at this time. Whether it is karmic blessings that are new that pull you forward with Neptune meeting the North Node, whether it is in love that new understandings are being found, or whether it is within you and who you know yourself to be and what matters to you most and what matters to you first. It is a month where increasingly the focus does come on you. Paying attention to self can be a powerful thing as part of figuring out how everything else in your life can align with some truth within you. That's what you're in the process of discovering now, and it's going to lend itself to powerful and fortunate new starts. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership rate over at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com or thefutureismagical.com. Now, higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. I also want to add that I do have a very limited number of consultations available. You can learn a lot more about getting a consultation with me or with Andy of Wise Ass Astrology. Yes, you can book a consultation with him as well over on my website. Just check out the consultation tab and links are below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.